Here, today we're talking about the top 5 best basketball players of right now and of all time. We are of right now. Starting with that one, with right now, it's hard to go away from LeBron. It is. Like, you literally have to try to go away from LeBron. It really is just a race for second place. I don't see anybody else. I'm just gonna go ahead and say number 1 is LeBron James. Number 2 is where the problem comes in. I think Paul George is a better defender than Kevin Durant. I think he's probably a better ball handler than Kevin Durant. But I think he's too young. I think he's too young. I don't think he's ready to take that mantle up. Kevin Durant's a 3-time scoring champion. He's about to be 4th. I don't see why on God's green earth he wouldn't win this year. He didn't win last year. He came in like 2nd, didn't he? I mean, the man is a machine. Carmelo, if he could defend, to semi-defend, he'd easily be number 2. Chris Paul, you got to think about for a second. There are a lot of good point guards out there, but they're all in that range between. There's a range of players. You know, there's bad, there's mediocre, there's all right, there's role player, there's a star, and then there's a superstar. There's all the guys that are right there at the star level that are they're gonna make shots, they're gonna make some points, they can take over games, but they're not gonna take over seasons. They're not gonna win MVPs. I think there's a lot of point guards: Kyle Lowry, Drew Holiday, John Wall, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving is kind of going into a superstar spot. So is Chris Paul, but he's not there yet. And I think Chris Paul's the best out of the point guard. I would dare say number 2 on my list is Kevin Durant. It's Kevin Durant. Number 3 is Carmelo Anthony. I can't think of anybody else that would fit the bill. I'm trying to think now. Future: James Harden, even Blake Griffin, Steph Curry, Paul George, Kevin Love. Those are the future dominators of this league. But I'm talking right now, the dominators of this league. Damian Lillard's another guy who's going to dominate the league. Alright, to recap the list, I've gotten 3 so far. LeBron's 1, that's easy. Kevin's 2, Kevin Durant. And Carmelo Anthony is 3. I'm trying to work on the 4th. Alright, I'm going to say a point guard. Even though I didn't want to, I'm going to say a point guard. CP3, Chris Paul. He's probably the most complete basketball player. He's a great passer. He's a great shooter. He's a great ball handler. He's a great defender. I mean, he's always top 5 in steals, always top 5 in assists. He could be top 5 in points if he wasn't top 5 in assists. And he is a great all-around basketball player. I don't see a reason why to not put him there in number 5 at 4. And I'm thinking about maybe Kyrie, but if I'm going to talk about Kyrie, then I can talk about Kevin Love, then I can talk Damian Lillard, I can talk Paul George, I can talk all those guys. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I think in 4 or 5 years, that'll be the discussion. Uncle Drew, how great of a basketball player is he? The best of all time? Was Kyrie Irving the best of all time? Was Steph Curry the best shooter of all time? Damian Lillard, but that's not right now. So much what I want to say. You look at the way he's made an impact on every team he's been to. He took, in the last 2 years, he's played bad. He's had back problems. Dwight Howard. Top 5 all time. I think it's simple. The top 3 haven't changed for a very long time. At least before 2012, the top 3 was always Michael and Magic and Larry in whatever order you had it. Most people had it Michael and then Magic and Larry would switch. At 5 is a tough one. You got here are the nominees. Here are the nominees for the top 5. Number 5 spot. The nominees are Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Dr. J, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. I gotta say Dr. J. He just transcended the game. No one was dunking before he was. They thought it was illegal when he did it, and he started the dunk contest. And you saw, and I know I'm not the only one that's seen this play. Watch, let's see if I can do it with my hand. He comes up to the hoop like this, goes under the rim like this, and flips it in. Like, are you kidding me? I don't even know. I don't know why that was a discussion. Number 4, I can't. To the 10 people that are going to see this, you need to know something. I have always hated LeBron James. I thought he was too cocky. I thought he got too much press. I thought calling him the next Michael was too much. But he's the 4th greatest player of all time right now. If he says, you know what, I've had enough, I retire. If he does that today, he will be the 4th greatest player of all time. He will. He will. I don't give a crap about championships. I said it. Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone. I don't got to go down the list of people who don't have championships. Okay? And I don't got to go to the Celtics roster when they won 11 out of 12. I ain't got to go to that roster and talk about how many terrible basketball players on that team and have multiple double-digit championship rings. I don't have to talk about that either. So LeBron, 3 is the tough one because 3 is between Magic and Larry. I think Michael Jordan, because of his ability to shoot, he had 6 threes in the first half. I can't believe he didn't do well at the 3-point contest. That's the crazy thing. Once again, I heard. I was like 4 when that happened. He was a crazy dunker. Michael was just everything you want in a basketball player and more. He was a hard worker. The flu game that he played in, he was just amazing. He transcended the sport. He made it one of the major sports. He was just everything. And then Magic and Larry. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Larry got him in the championship, in the NCAA championship. And then he had one more ring over Magic. But that's only because Magic's last ring should have came when, Michael beat him. Listen, Larry's a better shooter. Magic's a better passer. That's the thing. Magic's passing really was magic. Irving Magic Johnson earned his name from the passes he would throw. He would go out, get a girl's number in the stands, and then throw a behind-the-back pass between his legs. Doesn't make any sense. To Byron Scott for a 3, and he'd drain it because it was such a beautiful pass. It was right in his pocket. So there you have it. Click the like, click the dislike. I gotta say that. My publisher said. My publisher. There's the top 5. To recap, number 5, Dwight Howard. Hopefully he'll get bumped off that list soon. Chris Paul, number 4, probably should be higher in retrospect. Carmelo Anthony's 3 would be higher if he had better defense. Kevin Durant is 2, would be higher if he didn't weigh like 2 pounds. LeBron James is 1. Number 5 is Dr. J because he was a pioneer of basketball and he made it what it is today. And he didn't even start in the NBA. He started in the NBA. Number 4 is LeBron James, even though it pains me to say it. Larry Bird is 3rd only because he had a better team than Magic. Robert Parrish, John McHale. That dude, that ball is on his team, no doubt. Magic is 4 only because no one will ever be better than Michael Jordan, the number 1 greatest basketball player of all time. Click the subscribe. It should be in this region. Where we at here? Subscribe. And comment a player I missed, because I got to have missed one. Even though I probably didn't.